And when it came to pay, he pays me cash. He gives me $321, which means no tip. And I was like, okay. So I went to the table. There's no tip at the table, anything. I said, okay, I'm going to go ask him. So I went up to him. I said, excuse me, sir. You only gave me $321. I just wanted to ensure that this was accurate. You're not going to leave any gratuity. I just wanted to make sure everything came out to your expectations. You enjoyed your food. Everything was to your liking. And, I just want to make sure. He said, well, I didn't know it was mandatory. I said, no, it's not mandatory. I just wanted to ensure that this was accurate, that nobody took the tip off the table or anything like that. This man pulls out a $50 bill, gives it to me, kind of like, here's your tip and shut the fuck up, get out my face type shit, which I don't give a fuck, because how dare you go out to eat in a party of 16 on a tab of $320 and not tip? And I feel like nobody was going to believe me, so I saved the check. I'm going to show y'all.
So I don't disagree with her. I know that this is probably going to be controversial, and I do understand that people probably are looking for me to say, nah, she shouldn't have asked him or anything like that. Closed mouths don't get fed. People got to ask. And I'm also surprised that they didn't automatically put an 18% gratuity onto it, because usually I think parties of eight or more, forgive me, I don't really know right off the bat. Some places automatically add the gratuity in regardless of what it is. It could be a party of one. They putting that gratuity in there, and if you don't look at your check, it'll, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know. But I don't really care about that because I always overcompensate, I always overtip, and I always try to look out for people. But usually for parties of eight or more, they usually add like 18% gratuity into it. And I also don't disagree with the idea that they bust they butt, and you could sit there and tell me, I've read comments. I just read a comment on my last video from a live stream that we did last night where they said that tipping in American culture is wild. No, it's not. It's American culture. And I know that we are a hodgepodge. We are a melting pot of different people from all different places around the country. And people don't feel compelled to be able to tip because they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. It is optional, but I think that people should start saying something and speaking up. If you are a server and you're trying to get your bag and you actually had a job, and some people are going to make the argument and say, well, get a better job. But at the same time, if you don't have money to go out to eat, or if you're so cheap that you don't want service, then you probably shouldn't. There's things that are customary in other countries that don't have nothing to do with this, but there's things that are customary and you adapt and you do as the Romans do. I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with people being super cheap, and I think that that is disrespectful, and I think that it also, they know what they're doing, and they're trying to stiff their server while at the same time getting quality service. And often at times, those are the ones that are the most demanding.